So hi guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Faye and today we are gonna be filming my April TBR. I have been obsessed recently with different types of TBR jars and TBR prompts, TBR games, all of that. And actually I did use an TBR jar to choose my March TBR, which was super fun. So today we are gonna be doing the same thing, but for April. And I have this little bowl full of different types of prompts. And I think we are gonna be choosing 5 because I usually read around 7-ish books, but I don't want to give myself too much pressure. So I think we're gonna be choosing 5 and hopefully I will finish all of them, but if not, that's not the end of the world. I just want this to be a fun, light-hearted thing. So without any further ado, let's pick the first prompt. Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay. So the first one is book matches the current season. Okay, so I think in April we're really starting to hopefully get into spring. I live in Finland and currently, while I'm filming this in March, we still have snow. But I'm not counting this to be winter anymore, so a spring-ish book. Spring makes me think of romance, but let me see if I have any books around me that just scream spring to me. Okay, I grabbed 2 choices and they are both romances, like I said. I don't know why, but spring for me equals romance. So my first option is I Kissed Sarah Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. This is, I think, her only book that I haven't read yet, but I think this actually also takes place in spring because it says that a month before graduation, Sarah kisses Chloe and vanishes. And graduation is during spring, right? So this is my first choice. Let me read the back cover for you guys in case you haven't heard of this book. Chloe Green is so close to winning. She spent the 4 years since her moms moved her from Southern California to Alabama for high school, dodging gossipy classmates and the puritanical administration of Willow Grove Christian Academy. The goal that's kept her going, winning valedictorian. Her only rival, prom queen Sarah Wheeler, the principal's perfect progeny. But a month before graduation, Sarah kisses Chloe and vanishes. On a furious hunt for answers, Chloe discovers she's not the only one Sarah kissed. There's also Smith, Sarah's longtime quarterback sweetheart, and Rory, Sarah's bad boy neighbor with a crush. The 3 have nothing in common except Sarah and the annoyingly cryptic notes she left behind, but together they must untangle Sarah's trail of clues to find her. It will be worth it if Chloe can drag Sarah back before graduation to beat her fair and square. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Looking for Alaska. I have not read that book, but that's the vibes it gives me. But I love Casey McQuiston, so I am excited for this one. And honestly, I picked it up because the spine has little flowers in it. And then my other choice is XOXO by Axio. This is another romance, and I don't know why, but the cover just gives me spring vibes. For some reason I thought there was cherry blossoms in it, but there's not. So I don't know if it is actually springy, but it's pink. And pink is kind of springy for me. For XOXO, let me read the back cover for you. Jenny didn't get to be an award-winning, classically trained cellist without choosing practice over fun. That is until she meets Jaewoo, who pulls her into an unforgettable evening wandering Los Angeles with him the night before his flight home to South Korea. With Jaewoo an ocean away, there's no use in dreaming of what could have been. But when Jenny and her mother move to Seoul to take care of her ailing grandmother, who does Jenny Ganymede at her new elite arts academy, Jaewoo. Turns out Jaewoo isn't just any student. He's a member of one of the biggest K-pop bands in the world. And like most K-pop idols, Jaewoo is strictly forbidden from dating anyone. When a relationship means not only jeopardizing her place at her dream music school, but also endangering everything Jaewoo's worked for, Jennie has to decide once and for all just how much she's willing to risk for love. So this is a K-pop romance. I used to be a huge K-pop fan. I listen to it casually nowadays, but I don't know why this just is kind of sounding interesting to me. My cat! Hi! Oh. Hello. Hello. So yeah, these are my two choices. I think this is more spring vibes, but this I'm more interested in. I think I'm gonna go with XOXO just because this sounds more interesting to me right now. I am just honestly in the mood for fluffy, silly, a lighthearted romance. This sounds like it might have a little bit more substance. So I think I'm gonna go with XOXO by aaah. Okay, let's pick our second prompt. Okay. Ooh, okay. Pink cover. That is easy and straightforward. So let me see what I can find. I have choices again. This time there's 3. Let me start with my library book. That's, I think, most stretching the rules. This is Asioita, joista en tiennyt pitäväni by Annukka Salama. The title translates to Things I Didn't Know I Liked. It is an enemies to lovers romance where Konstantin, our main love interest, our main character, is from a really famous rich family, and he has a really conservative family, and to make sure that Konstantin can achieve all of the wishes from his family, he tries to not let himself feel too much. But then there's B, who is a non-binary Twitch streamer, and because they have history with Konstantin, they just hate him. They hate his guts. But when they start arguing with each other, that is, I guess, filmed and put into social media, and they have to start act like friends to fix their. Hey Siri, what is meine in English?
You can translate into English and many other languages in Translate.
Okay, that didn't help me. What the fuck is that word? Reputation, thank you. But after their arguing is filmed and put onto social media, they need to start acting like friends to fix their reputation. And after that, they slowly, I guess, start falling in love. This is like half pink, right? The cover is like half pink. And I do need to read this in April because it's a library book and there's reservations for it. But let's look at the other options. The second option is When You Get the Chance by Emma Lord. I have read Tweet Cute by this author and really liked it. And this cover is very pink. I think it looks maybe a little bit red on camera, but in reality it's very pink. It's like fuchsia. And here's the back cover. So, nothing will get in the way of Millie Price's dream of becoming a Broadway star. Okay, Rachel Berry. Not her lovable but super introverted dad or her drama club rival Oliver, who is the very definition of simmering romantic tension. Millie needs an ally, and when an accidentally left open browser brings Millie to her dad's embarrassingly moody live journal from 2003, Millie knows just what to do. Oh, I did not know that's the plot. What does her dad's life journal have to do this with anything? Okay, anyway, here is option number 2. Once again, sounds like a silly, fun romance. And then I have a fantasy option. I have Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I have read Caraval, and I remember being kind of indifferent to it, but people love this series. So I am intrigued. Here's the back cover. For as long as she can remember, Evangeline Fox has believed in happily ever after, until she learns that the love of her life is about to marry another and her dreams are shattered. Desperate to stop the wedding and heal her wounded heart, Evangeline strikes a deal with the charismatic but wicked Prince of Hearts. In exchange for his help, he asks for 3 kisses to be given at any time and place of his choosing. But after Evangeline's first promised kiss, she learns that bargaining with an immortal is a dangerous game, and that the Prince of Hearts wants far more from her than she pledged. He has plans for Evangeline, plans that will either end in the greatest happily ever after or the most exquisite tragedy. Okay, we're going with this one. I'm sorry for the other choices, but this sounds so good. I really should not start another series. I think I'm in middle of like almost 40. But this sounds good. Yes, let's go. Okay. Okay. Third pick. Whoop. No. Oh, okay. Thank God. Okay. It's longest series. I saw the word longest, and for a second I thought it was longest book, and I was about to die. But longest series I can do. What is my longest series though? I think it might be Throne of Glass. I'm not counting manga for this because then it would be one of those. Yeah, I think it's Throne of Glass. Okay, that's easy to choose. My longest series right now on my shelves, I think, is Throne of Glass. And the next book I need to read is Heir of Fire. So here's the book. If you guys don't know what Throne of Glass is, it is a series by Sarah J. Maas where an assassin called Selena has been captured and she is in prison, but she gets a chance to get out of prison by becoming the king's guardian. The story starts from there, and after that I have understood that it goes to very wild places, so I'm excited to continue the series. Okay, 4th book. I would love to add my library books to these TBRs. Ooh, okay. Next one, metallic details on the cover. That's kind of metal. Oh, I could finish a series though. Okay, this is a very hesitant addition to the TBR because I don't know if I will be able to actually finish this. But the book that immediately came to my mind is Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. This is the last book in the Last Hours trilogy, which I have not read yet. But if I did read this, I would finish a series, and then it would be okay for me to start another series, right? And it does have very pretty metallic details. I have the Fairy Loot edition, so that's why the cover looks like this. Oh, what's this? Oh! I did not know it's signed. Okay, anyway, very hesitant addition to my TBR, but I think I'm gonna go with this one just because it would be really great for me to finish the series. I used to be the biggest fan of the Shadowhunter series, but over the years I feel like I've kind of lost interest in it, which is the reason why I never finished this series, even though the 3rd book has been out for a while now. I do love especially the Infernal Devices cast. I even have a tattoo from the Infernal Devices. You can't really see it, but it says, "We live and breathe words," which is a quote from Infernal Devices. Hesitant going into this, but a little bit excited because in the end I have loved this world for many years. And if you guys don't know what The Last Hours is, it is the next trilogy after the Infernal Devices. Cassandra Clare has a huge amount of Shadowhunter books where Shadowhunters are people who are appointed by the angels to hunt and kill demons who might otherwise hurt humans of the world. And yeah, it's a huge world, and The Last Hours is about the children of the Infernal Devices cast. So I don't really know how to explain this book, but if you know, you know. Okay, let's pick one more. Definitely not gonna pick more than 5, just because I have 2 very chunky books in here. Oh, it's a long one. Oh, okay. Title starts with a random letter. Okay, let me pull up a random letter generator on my phone. Okay, I have a wheel. Let's scroll for the letter. C. Okay, we'll have to look for a book starting with C. I have exactly one choice, and is it a little bit cheaty? I think maybe. Just to make you guys understand, when I say that the book has to start with the letter C, I'm not counting words like the, a, an, you know, stuff like that. So my actual only choice in the matter is A Court of Silver Flames. And the reason why I say this is a little bit cheaty is because, as you can see from the bookmark, I'm actually middle of this book. But I kind of soft DNF'd this book like a year ago. So it has been a while since I read the first 50% of this book. So I don't know if I need to reread the whole thing or if I am gonna just start from where I was left. I guess I will start reading and like from here, and then if I'm super confused, I will reread. But yeah, cheaty, maybe a little bit, because I am already middle of this. But then again, even the last pages that I need to read are basically the size of a whole book. So we're gonna go with this one. So let's go through the books that the TBR prompt jar chose me, and I will also add the one book I know for sure I still need to read in April as well, just because, like I said, it is a library book. My other library books I might read or I might not, because they don't have any reservations and I can renew them if I want to, but these are the ones I will for sure read in April, or at least really try to. Here's the pile. I'm gonna put this down. Okay. Starting from the top, like I said, asioita, joista en tiennyt pitäväni. I need to read this in April if I want to read it, because after that I need to return it to the library. Then for the prompt of pink cover, we have Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Super excited for this one. I think this is the one I'm most excited for in April. For the prompt of book that matches the current season, I have XOXO by Axie O. For the prompt of the book starts with a random letter and our letter was C, I have Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. For metallic details on the cover, I have Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. And for longest series, I have Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. So double Sarah J. Maas for April, which I'm not mad about. Yeah, those are the books I will hopefully read in April. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am not new to BookTube or YouTube in general, but it is always a little bit intimidating starting to film for a new channel or starting to film after a break. If you guys do recognize me from my old booktube days, hi, you guys are the actual OGs. But in any other case, welcome in. I hope you guys enjoyed your stay here, and I will hopefully see you guys soon for many other videos I have planned. I'm not planning to do only booktube. I overall just want to share my life in the internet. I am a librarian, so I think that will be super fun to share with the booktube audience. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. So bye!